A growing number of people are talking about or getting involved with cryptocurrencies like Dash, but many still don't really understand what it is or why it's so exciting to some of us. In this video, I'm going to explain what Dash is, how it can be used, and why it promises to be a part of the financial future for people all over the world. I'm Billy Joe Allen, and this is Dash Simplified. Many cryptocurrencies have been created since an anonymous programmer first launched Bitcoin in 2009. One of the most innovative has been Dash, which added many improvements to the original Bitcoin source code and continues to add more features and improvements every year. But what exactly is a cryptocurrency? It's a tradable digital asset that can be bought, sold, spent, and safely saved and secured by you, the user, without the need for a third-party custodian like a bank. Most cryptocurrencies, or cryptos for short, have commodity-like features like gold or silver, but have been modernized to make them useful in the emerging digital world. These features include identifiability. Gold and silver are distinct chemical elements that allow them to be distinguished from more common substances such as fool's gold or nickel. But cryptos can be identified instantly with a very high degree of confidence by special software that can ensure they are real and only exist in one virtual place at a time. This protects them from being double spent and ensures that they remain scarce and valuable. Which brings us to the next feature, scarcity. Tokens that are tracked on a cryptocurrency database or blockchain are algorithmically limited according to a fixed creation schedule. So not only do we know where they are in cyberspace, but we also know exactly how many of them there are and the maximum amount there will ever be on the network. Divisible. Another feature that has made gold and silver popular forms of money throughout history is divisibility. Seashells, feathers, and paper notes have all been used, but nobody wants half a feather or shell or a paper dollar torn in half. Gold and silver can be divided into smaller units for smaller transactions. For example, a silver dollar historically could be chopped into pieces of 8 or exchanged for an equal amount by weight in dimes or quarters. Dash tokens are even better because they can be divided into units of 100 millionth to be used for tiny purchases such as a one-time viewing of a news article or to permanently write data to the blockchain. Transportability. Because gold and silver are so rare, they have been used for thousands of years as a relatively portable means of exchange. It's much easier to carry a few gold coins than the equivalent value of iron or lead. Dash can't only be sent at the speed of electricity, but doesn't even require a bank, credit card company, or other centralized third party. And that leads us to the next feature. Dash can be saved and stored locally by you. Like gold or silver, Dash can be controlled locally by you and, if properly secured, only be made available for spending by the owner. Only instead of a safe or safety deposit box, you can use a special device called a hardware wallet that can be accessed only by a person who knows the secret PIN and/or passcode. You can also use a regular USB stick or SD card, or even just print the address and secret key on a piece of paper and lock them in a safe or safety deposit box, just like any other valuables. But if you do that, you run the risk of the data being corrupted or lost, so it's best to make 2 copies and keep them in different places. There's enough information on security practices to make a whole separate video, so I won't do that here. Just know that with a little training, you can store Dash as safely as anything else you own. You can even hide it or let a custodian who is insured store it for you. That is, if you trust that business and just don't want to do it yourself. So if most cryptos are identifiable, transportable, divisible, and scarce, why Dash? Many reasons. Dash is always improving. Dash was the first crypto to develop on-chain funding, which means that a portion of the Dash that's created every month is given to developers, educators, and companies who integrate Dash into their businesses. On-chain funding helps more people learn how and why to use Dash, and pays the people who write the computer code that runs or interacts with the Dash network. Among other improvements and features of Dash made possible by our developers are: Dash is instantly spendable. Unlike many other cryptos, it can be received and even respent immediately when someone sends it to you, without the need to wait for several minutes for transaction confirmations telling you that the Dash is really yours to keep or spend. It's kind of handy if you need point-of-sale speed at the cash register. And finally, my favorite feature of Dash is that you can earn dividends for owning it without the need to place your investment with a bank or other third party, a party that could lose, seize, or steal it. By posting 1,000 Dash's collateral for a second-level node called a master node, you enable a host to run a collateralized network node on your behalf, while you keep the keys in your virtual safe or wallet. By keeping your 1,000 Dash locked up, you can become a masternode owner, a special position in the Dash network, sort of like being on the board of directors. You get paid a service fee, which is kind of like a dividend, and you can participate in governance and spending decisions. So Dash is a means for writing to a permanent, censorship-resistant database, a way to invest in an income-producing asset without counterparty risk, and, when used properly, is a fast, secure method of payment. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments section below. Feel free to like this video and subscribe for future additions to this channel. Thanks for watching. I'm Billy Joe Allen, and this is Dash Simplified.